Crest and Lorenzo Lamas, who knocked up everybody but you and Jane Wyman.
Yeah. There were a lot of people on Falcon Crest.
Yes.
It was something else.
You had, he's funny. I mean, I think just sitting next to him, you'd get pregnant. I just don't get him.
Lorenzo.
Yes, he's amazing.
Lorenzo?
Yes. So funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm just going to mention it. I can't believe, so you were the meanie on Falcon Crest. You were the big old meanie. And I have to be honest, I've never seen Falcon Crest. And I read yes, I saw one of the quotes that you did, and I guess you were doing like a Raiders of the Lost Ark, that there's like treasure underneath the winery or something in one season. And people loved you. They said you were, of course, I think villains get loved more than the good guys for some reason, like Larry Hagman. So you had an affair on Falcon Crest for the show with Gina Lollobrigida.
Gina.
What was that like?
Gina?
Working
Gina
with
was
Gina
terrific.
Lollobrigida, yeah.
Gina was terrific.
Did you do love scenes with her?
No.
Oh,
No.
Nobody knew? So how did they know that you were having an affair with Gina Lollobrigida?
I wasn't having an affair with her. You mean on the show?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, I never got her. I'm sure she was a lovely lady, but I thought I got Sophia Loren, but Gina she wore too much makeup and I think she always wore wigs. So
Gina did?
Yeah.
And that's funny. See, I never knew that.
You're a guy.
No, I'm not. I remember we went to lunch one time with my wife, and I went to lunch with her, and she did call me. She once from wherever, Rome, or wherever she was living over there.
She wants some what?
She was very nice. She was very nice. David.
Yeah. Oh, she called you David? Can I call you David for a minute?
Yeah.
David. See, these are some of the names you worked with. Lana Turner on Falcon Crest, because I love classic Hollywood.
Lana was wonderful. She autographed books for my mother.
Terrific. Yeah, she was dying then, though, wasn't she? She had throat cancer, and she smelled like a fiend still.
Yeah, I don't remember, except that, I liked her very much, and her daughter was
Cheryl.
very nice.
Cheryl Crane, yeah.
And we got along, and after Lana passed, and Cheryl told me one day we saw each other somewhere or whatever, and she said how much her mom had been very fond of me, and I loved that. I was, and
all those dames loved you. Joan Bennett loved you.
Joan?
Yeah.
Joan was terrific. Joan was terrific.
And you ever see Scarlet Street? She was so great in that, and that was her favorite film.
That was her favorite film?
Yes, that she did. Scarlet Street.
Hold on, I'm writing that down, dear, as we talk. I'm a big, I love watching those. Scarlet Street.
Yes, it's fabulous. Edward G. Robinson's in it, and Dan Duryea. And it's fabulous. Yeah. It's a must-see. It's like, you can get it on YouTube. I think it's in the public domain. So you can see it there. It's a great film, and he's wonderful. Okay. They're all wonderful. She plays a horrible woman, and tricks Edward G. into so many things that you would just not believe. But she was gorgeous, and she was wonderful in it, and it was really a good part for her. So I don't blame her.
I told you some of her story, didn't I? I mean, her father was Richard Bennett, and then, of course, Constance. And Joan didn't want, I must have mentioned this to you, I don't know, but Joan she didn't even have any desire to be an actress way back, in New York. But their father, that's what he did, and thought that they could do too. And he was right.
They could. And it's funny because I have never seen Joan in a film when she had blonde hair, but I guess she did. And then for one film, she had to change it to black or brown, and all of a sudden she became hubba hubba vava boom, and she got like a lot of roles offered to her. Once she looked great. She looked like a vixen. That brown hair. Also, go on.
She tested for Gone with the Wind.
Well, she was quite beautiful. Who didn't, though? Didn't Superman?
Probably. You're right.
I think Clark Gable originally wanted to be Scarlet.
Right.
He didn't want to be the other guy.
He didn't want to be Red. Huh?
No, he wanted to be Miss Scarlet. Or Mammy. What was her name? I loved her. That Hattie McDaniel. She was fabulous.
Yes, she was wonderful.
But I think you mentioned, now you worked so many episodes with Jane Wyman, and you became very fond of her, and she liked you a lot as well, right?
Well, as I understand, no, she did. We enjoyed each other. We had a good time.
Because she was even meaner than you. Right?
That's right.
She was even meaner.
Yeah, the acorn doesn't fall far from the tree.
Right.
It was later that she was Richard's mother.
I know. Who knew? So you had no clue.
No, not when we started. It may have just developed. I can't remember.
And you worked
anyway, but she was terrific. And I worked with who?
You said something. I said, how did Jane like the older grand dames, your doms? And did Lana Turner, I wouldn't think that they ever ran in the same social circles.
As far as I know, they didn't.
Yeah.
But I don't know, Lana wasn't all that, I mean, I don't, there was the old story that she was discovered in the...
Schwab's.
I don't know that was true. No, but I don't know that they, ran around together or any of that, but they respected each other. And it's hard when you've got all of that. That was Joan's show. That was Jane's show, rather.
Right. And to have to kind of share the spotlight a little bit.
Yeah, well, she had a lot of people when you think about all the people that came through there,
There's Mal Ferrer, who I like.
Mal Ferrer.
Wasn't he married to, he's the guy that was married to Audrey Hepburn, right?
Audrey, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was a really good actor.
Yeah, Mel lived in Santa Barbara, had a place up there, and he always wanted me to you got to move up there. You got to come up here. Come on up and see me, so all of that. But Mel was terrific, and I told you all. I'm sure I talked about
We didn't talk about the guys. We didn't really talk about...
Oh, the guys,
Cesar Romero.
Cesar Butch.
Yes.
Butch Romero, and Butch was terrific. He remembered the great old days when everyone dressed to go to the Copacabana, for dinner and dancing. And
how nice that must have been.
But everybody dressed then.
Yeah, they dressed up to go to the ballpark. If you see old movie, you see clips of the Yankees or the Boston Red Sox or Yankees. The guys are wearing hats and suits. The women are wearing dresses. I mean, they dress different. And Broadway, people used to dress up. Now people come, as they are. It's totally changed.
Yeah. And Butch was terrific.
He's a gossip. I would have loved to talk to him because he's a gossip. He knew everything. I mean, he said everybody was gay or bisexual. Everybody he met. He was a character. He was something
I only remember, I remember the things. But one time we were shooting down at the old Ambassador Hotel, and that's where wasn't that where the Copacabana was at those days? Anyway, he recalled going there and dancing and dressing to the nines and things like that. And he met Jane way, way back, not long after it came out. I must have told you that.
No,
as far as I can recollect, Jane came out on the train with her mother or whatever, and She was a blonde.
She was adorable. She had, she really was really pretty when she was that. But when she got that horrible hair done in the 50s, with those little teeny weeny bangs on her head, it aged her, and you couldn't really get her beauty. But one thing about her was she kept the same hairstyle till she died. So I guess she liked it. So that's all that matters. And she still got gigs. She romanced Rock Hudson twice.
Those films, right?
I love those films. Douglas Sirk.
Yeah.
Imitation of Life.
In fact, Rock passed away when we were doing. I remember we were up in Napa when he passed.
And so everybody knew him. Did you ever meet Rock Hudson?
No.
He was unbelievably handsome. I remember the last time I saw him was just clips they would do when he was on with Doris Day on Animals and Friends things. Eve Arden was on your show?
Eve Arden?
Was she?
I think so.
Celeste Holm?
Oh, dear Celeste, yeah.
Was she fun?
Yes, that's good actress. Celeste, Kim Novak, so many, Leslie Caron.
I missed that. So, Rod Taylor, Kim Novak, Celeste Holmes, Gina Lollobrigida, Caesar.
Cliff Robertson.
Oh, yes. He had this big brouhaha. Remember that? I don't know. He was suing someone about people doing some shady business. I don't think he ever worked again after that.
I don't know.
I am queen of the true stories of Tinseltown. I stand by my
True stories of Tinseltown.
I tell it. Because I still love classic movies.
Yeah.
I don't think go on, hon.
What? I can't remember. No, I can't remember what I was going to say now.
Because I'm blabbing a mile a minute.
Yeah, no, it was it was about somebody who'd been on this show, and I can't. Theodore Bickel. Did you know Theodore Bickel was wonderful. He had been in the Sound of Music with Mary Martin in New York, and so he came on to Falcon Crest for a couple of episodes, and that was terrific.
You got to work with him? You got to work with most of these people, right?
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever feel intimidated by that? Or no? Because it was like your show, so you were comfortable.
I don't know that I was intimidated, but I was just... I don't know. I thought, not that I thought, it was very special. I can't tell you how special and touching it was to be able to work with these people.
I would have, it would have been amazing. And I
loved Kim Novak. And
how was she? Was she
got
shy?
To say hello to her husband several times.
Isn't he the veterinarian? He was a veterinarian, and they took care of wild tigers,
llamas.
Yeah, like Tippy was the lion person, Tippi Hedren, but she did. And what was a really horrible thing was when Kim Novak came on to the Academy Awards, which I don't watch anymore. I haven't watched in years, but I saw it the next day, a clip, and people are making fun of her because of her face. What? You know what?
Because of her what?
Her facelift.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, hold on. Let me see who this is. Okay, hold on. Let me see who this is.
Yeah.
Hello? Grace?
Who's this?
Hello?
Yeah?
Joan Prado?
Oh, Joan! Hi.
Yes.
How are you? I told David about you, and David, you are her idol. You are her number one guy.
Oh my God, he's on here.
And are you nervous?
What do you think?
Say hi to David.
Hi, David.
Oh, God.
I can't hear him on the other end, but...
I think I merge calls. David?
Yeah.
Joan's on the other end. Joan, are you there?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Hi, David. How are you?
I'm all right.
And good morning.
Oh, good morning.
I'm just fine. I'm really fine.
Whereabouts are you?
I'm in Sacramento, California.
Oh, my God. You're kidding me.
No.
You live in
I'm in Northern California. Yes, I do.
Well, I like Sacramento. It's got a good little jazz section up there. And they used to, down in Old Town over there was a great bookstore. And I got a collection there. I bought a collection there, John. This was years and years and years ago. And on that, Abraham Lincoln's secretaries had written. And the U.S. Army had this book. I think it was 12 volumes. I have it right out in my collection.
The original?
Lincoln. Yeah, the original. And it was so original that the pages had not been cut.
Wow. That's cool.
So I still have that. I remember that bookstore. I can't remember the name, but it's in Old Town. It's the main, And I love that. I've gone to hear jazz up there.
Oh, the jazz festival?
Yeah, it's terrific.
They don't have that anymore, but
they don't have that anymore. Oh.
No, it's sad,
but they still have some. Don't they still have some? A couple of places that have jazz that you can.
Oh yeah, everywhere. Jazz. Yeah, everywhere downtown. Yes.
Yeah.
So Joan, he is your idol. You told me today.
Oh, definitely.
David was embarrassed to hear that, but I said, toot your horn, toot, toot, toot. And I toot David's horn for him. That sounds sort of vulgar. I don't mean it. If you want to think of it in a vulgar way. I don't know, for some reason it did. But So, Joan.
So, David, did you just get done filming in Minnesota?
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up in Minnesota.
Whereabouts? This was in western Minnesota.
In St. Paul, Minnesota, around that area.
I shot a film up there in St. Paul, Minneapolis, a long time ago. But no, this was in western Minnesota. In fact, I landed in Sioux Falls.
Ah, yes.
And, South Dakota. And then, actually, I was in 3 states. I'd go from Sioux Falls into a place called Round Lake. It's right there. And then you go into Iowa. Where I was actually staying at this condo on the lake there. It was terrific. But I loved it up there. We had a great time.
Is that the one you did with Catherine?
Yeah, she came in to do a scene. Yeah, a little scene with me. That's right, with Catherine Lee Scott.
Whom I love.
Wow, that's so cool that you guys are working together.
Yeah,
so
we
cool.
We thought that would be fun. The director thought it would be fun. So
I can't wait.
He asked her, and she said yes. So, anyway.
So tell David when you first started, and you actually probably have seen everything he's been in, right, Joan?
Pretty much, except for theater. No, except for theater. That's the only thing I missed, but that I haven't seen you in. But
Castle Rock.
Maybe someday. I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for.
Castle Rock. Remember, you sent the letter in. We were saying we must demand more David.
That's
the first time I saw David was. I know the episode was 6:46, and just seeing you, I just like. It hasn't stopped. It's weird probably to you, but not to me. But anyway.
This is so nice. I'm so glad you get to talk to him, John, because I really know how much you really...
Oh, this is such an honor, and I appreciate this, Grace, so much.
No, are you kidding?
It is such an honor to me.
John, I got to ask you, where did you grow up?
I grew up in St. Paul, Minnesota, all over Minnesota.
You told me that.
Yeah. Actually, all over Minnesota.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And when did you move to California?
Well, first I moved to Oregon, where I met my husband, and then we moved down here to California about 25 years ago.
Yeah.
We had jobs down here, so.
Yeah.
So now I live in Northern California, and I love it here. I couldn't move back to Minnesota. It gets too cold in the wintertime. Yeah.
I have a daughter that lives. She's a lawyer, and she worked in Sacramento for a little bit. And now she's got her own law practice, but she's down further. She's east of the Bay Area, like 45 minutes, 50 minutes.
Wow.
A little town down there called Danville. I don't know, but it's near Walnut Creek. Do you know Walnut Creek?
That sounds like
yes.
Walnut Grove from Little House on the Prairie.
Not too far. Well, you're not too far from Napa, California.
Which
I go wine tasting with my friends there.
Yes.
Have you done wine tasting in Napa?
I used to shoot a show called Falcon. Crest.
Oh, that's right, Falcon. Crest.
Yeah. We used to shoot every season there, so I knew Napa pretty well.
Yeah.
You became acquainted with their winery.
And I have been acquainted with the wine. That's where you got it. Yeah.
You have any other questions, Joan? Go on.
Yeah, a question is, maybe it's a long far back for you, but when Dark Shadows quit filming, did you take anything from Dark Shadows, like your outfit that you wore or anything?
No. I should have, shouldn't I?
Yeah, your portrait.
Yeah, I should have taken a couple of things. I didn't take one solitary thing that I can recall. No.
Did you want to?
I had no.
What would you want?
I never even thought about it.
But looking back, what would you have taken if you think about it?
Or looking back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe the blue. All the clothes were made. The costumes. My costume was made for me right there on the where we were shooting.
The 1800 Quentin, right? You're talking about
1800, yeah.
I love your outfit.
The blue frock coat, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I should have taken the sideburns.
Yeah, that and your 3 portraits. I would think you would want
the portraits. I would have taken the portraits, yeah. But no, listen. What I took away from there were all my memories. And all of the fans outside
who still love you today,
who would walk me home.
I know. I have to.
You don't know how much you love David. You are so loved. You really are.
I tell him this.
You.
Yeah.
I'm very touched by that. I that's wherever. I don't know. I was up in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
People would come up to me and just, And the lovely thing, Joan, is that you have. There's always a smile. It's so it's quite special. And then we end up talking about all kind of things, not Dark Shadows.
Yeah, you've been in more than Dark Shadows, yes.
No, but I mean, we talk about their lives or whatever, or what you're doing.
Yes. David, it can sometimes be my Dear Abby / Dear David, because I write him. Yes, I do. And sometimes I just get into it and I write him really long emails and I tell him everything that nobody knows. And I realize that I'm telling him everything, but who are you going to tell and who really cares? So, but I know you're sweet and caring, and that's why you're my Dear David, and that's why people ask you advice.
I appreciate that, Gracie.
It's a truth. Joan, another question, and then we're gonna.
Yeah. Since you have a PhD, which you say you don't really care about, but we do. Well, how come you didn't teach in your later years?
Okay,
here's the 90s.
Yeah. I never rule it out. Never say never, right? But
exactly.
Okay, here's the thing about never saying I never cared about the PhD. Obviously, that's what I told myself. Yeah. And I felt that, what do you do as an actor? You don't put PhD on your wrist.
Right, like they care. Road scholar.
You're Dr. Selby.
Oh, great. You got a PhD. Okay. Yeah, whatever. It just didn't